All right, it's now live because I am too. Do I want either of those things? Not especially, to be honest. I don't really want to be on live, and I don't really want to be alive. I'm sorry, Resurrected new YouTube. You should, okay. If you do watch YouTube, oh, you're like some of my favorite fucking people. Download that Instagram app though, yo. I can't read the questions because I don't have glasses. I'm like the worst. I'm the worst person. I'm a way better person to be a fan of sometimes in person because I struggle mightily from, like, not mighty against it, but struggle mightily from depression. And when I am trying to do self-care and shit, like some of the first things I'll do is not read messages. That's but then it's like, what, you can't just operate your life without a phone. Are you kidding? What do you think you are, Jack fucking Kerouac? No, I don't write that good. I can't even say his name because I've read it more than I've said it out loud. That's okay. When I first started drinking at 21, in bars for fucking sure, I ordered a pint instead of a pint because I had read books like Lord of the Rings. That's a prime example. All of that Tolkien ass shit had the word pint in it, but just trying to follow. And I was, as I said on Verbal Autobiography before many times, I was late to learning to read the game. I was late to the learning to read game. I was a very late bloomer for reading. But then when I got the reading down, it was pretty dope for me because that's right around the time I was starting to start childhood depression. So it's like, as soon as I could read, like, I learned to read passably at the very end of second grade. Most of second grade was my mom freaking out that I was like the only second grader who couldn't read. And by the end of second grade, I could. And I went into third grade a tepid reader, I guess. But I left third grade a much stronger, maybe even more, because I love stories. I'm just like such a lore girl. I just love a good lore. I love a good story. I gotta shut up and listen. And if you give me I know some of the people I love most because of their stories. I do shut up and listen to a good story. All peoples do. We love a good story. It's in us to love a good story. It's why it's worthwhile to be a good character. Because if you heard your story be told to someone, wouldn't you want it to sound good? I know I would. Even if sometimes it's hard to be a good character, that's something I would really want. Mine's gonna be a funny story, but not what I'm telling you right now, but like my life at the end, I think. Try to be a good character. I'm not going to the questions yet. Shit. So, oh, damn. Did I film myself doing it? So I just smoked weed for I think I was doing it while I was waiting for the live to click in. Just smoked weed for the first time today, which I was like kind of holding off on. Because I'm gonna smoke fat tonight. But also, I get lost in the mind. And I never have to be alone, but I hate myself. So, like, if I'm not feeling any amount of, like, if I am not within 100 miles of my best, I'm like, I don't even go out. And then also, yes, if you see me in person, I'm 100 miles from my best, but like probably not that bad, huh? Can you even imagine what my best would be? I love to, and I love to beat myself up off of it. What was it? Yeah. I'll watch this later and be like, Amy, you stupid bitch. You should have just remembered what you said. But yeah, if you watch on YouTube, you should just make an Instagram. Just make a throwaway Instagram just to watch these. Again, I can't read questions because I can't read. I don't like, this is my I got that near sight. You got to be near to me for sight. Actually, I can read. I can still read. Or about here now. I really can't read. Yeah, not right here. Right here's where it peters out. But up until that point, like if I can dodge from a ball from right here, then I don't get hit in the face. But the thing is that I've never been very good at that, so that's why I've taken a lot of spherical facials. That's a bet. Nearsight autistic does not do good in PE. Especially not at dodging. Good at running and then hiding and making up excuses. Alright, I almost feel like I'll go on to these because they keep me directed. Although they also stress me out, these questions that aren't even asked by people but from the ChatGPT robot, who is my little sister. It's okay. I know now we're going to get shamed for calling it a tool, but you know what? It is our fucking tool. We own it. All right? It's not better than us. Every artist who is still creating is considerably better than anything ChatGPT is. I know some friends that hand draw shit, and there is ChatGPT better hope they can slightly mimic poorly their art someday. Like, ChatGPT is so fucking ours. But I know now using the tool even will like look bad. And that's because I did watch South Park because, well, I'm Amy, but I'm also 3 parts, my mom, my dad, and South Park. Alright, we're going into these. I don't know if my sticky note keeps falling off because they get so many sparkles on the page. The sticky note makes it's hard for it to stick. So I don't know if I answered these before, and if I did, and then you do watch the Resurrected video, you can call me out on inconsistencies, or we'll all marvel at how consistent I tend to stay in answers. That might be an autistic thing. And if I am inconsistent, then what the fuck is going on? Moods. It's moods and emotions. Well, no, I hate them. It's so inconvenient. If I could just choose to be happy, I would. Why do we always act like that is a choice? Like, it's way more of a choice the more money you have. No offense, but I did see a picture of Prince Will or whatever, the older son, and that dude, for having never really had to worry about money, kind of gotten to do more or less whatever he wants under his family's approval, looks pretty fucking haggard. Like, the dude hasn't even gotten transplants. Bradley Cooper got hair transplants. Like, why hasn't he wanted to do that? Well, you do you, Will. Whatever his name is. I know Harry's the younger one. I forget the older one. I think it's pretty damn sure it's Will. And then Charlie or something is the dad. Okay. So yeah, what's the worst opening line someone sent you? This one I definitely answered. I said, usually it's like a thing like, I don't know. It's like something I really can't answer. There's no way like, hey, like hey? That's what I'm going to answer. Like, hello? Like, hi? I'm not going to like, I'm going to start giving way more, but not if I just get like a hey or a hi right away. But I'll start doing the way longer text after like the second or third if I'm liking where that hey, hi went. Have you ever ghosted someone who didn't deserve it? Everyone deserves communication. I am so sorry. Absolutely. Anytime I've ever ghosted, I would say that the person deserved to have me to say straight up my intentions and what I was thinking. But the thing is, sometimes my mind is like, whoa. And then I can't always verbalize or even understand myself, my intentions and feelings and things. So, but I would say that existing is incredibly hard, and I've never ghosted anyone fairly. But like that's because I don't think ghosting is a fair thing to do in general, and that's because the reason we do it is to survive, because it's kind of fucking hard. It's kind of fucking hard to exist. in these uncomfortable ass bodies. All right. What's your biggest ick? Actually, was being me. I recently had the words to kind of answer this one, so if I didn't answer it before, I've learned wordings now. So my biggest ick is someone who puts others down to feel better about themselves. So compassion is the theme of the end of the world, and the world is ending, but the earth will stay, and the earth will stay beautiful because the earth has been beautiful. The earth didn't need the world on it. We could do like there. All right. Putting people down to make yourself feel better. Compassion is the theme, not esteem. If you haven't been having to use artificial labels, because they are artificial, they're created by things that we're better than. Like, oh, I'm from this place, so I'm special, or I'm better than this other place. Or like, my parents gave me this label at birth, or the worst it's when it's like a baby just born with the way they looked. Like that. So if you're getting like the esteem over like, oh, I'm better than this. No, we have compassion for ourselves and for others. The labels don't fucking matter. The souls do. Jesus fucking Christ. My biggest ick is the more I see people seeking an esteem and not compassion. Now, I mean, like, my whole eating disorder has been an esteem sort of thing for me. So, like, that, even though I don't even know. I hate myself so much. I have no compassion for myself. So maybe I don't seek esteem. I was born kind of a loser and always ready to be. I was always a mid girl. Never, like, I'm lucky if I'm not the worst. Like, I'm lucky to, I was in the middle of the, like, group, like, not the middle, but, like, you know, middle thing of the group. The old elementary school pictures. This is hard to explain. But, like, when I get my tramp stamp, it's going to be average. The word average, because I tend to stay mid. Mid will be lower back, so that's why I'm doing average and not mid, because that would be confusing then. But I am a mid chick, and I've never needed esteem. I have good parents, so I kind of was like, you know what? Like, I'll always find love in my life, even if I want it, to some degree. Like, obviously, I've been single the entire time I've been in my 30s, and I am in my mid 30s now, so that's single almost 5 years. But that's cool. I'm not really single. I have actually accumulated the amount of relationships and people I've had in my life in various ways and stuff. So that is a rich blessing. So I never really even accounted on esteem. Like, in fact, the best thing for me would be maybe someone else putting me down so they could have a little more esteem, but that does hurt. But compassion, I've been full of for other people, so I'd be damn near perfect if it wasn't for the fact that I have absolutely no compassion on myself. And if I do hold esteem, it's with old Amy. I'm like, Amy, you remember how little you used to weigh? And then I just fucking hate myself. It doesn't matter anyone else. I'm like going on my own comparisons. So my biggest ick, maybe even because I'm too R-word in this world to understand it, is when people just so seek esteem, and the lack of compassion always is like confusing to disturbing to me. Confusing at best, disturbing at worst. Because everyone I know that sought esteem and that, like, not been like acting in compassion, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're bad, you deserve better. Because usually if you're like acting low esteem, you probably also have, just like me, low compassion for yourself. Acting and seeking esteem from, you know. Better to go into the world with compassion rather than seek esteem from it. God, sometimes I almost hope I die so people actually watch this. All right, what does your dating profile say about you? It should say that I'm inactive, because that's what I am. I'm doing the face-to-face shit now. I'm already stressed on the messages. I'm so fucking sorry. I know. And also at the same time, like, people are so awkward face-to-face, and I never make it better. Like, I never make it less awkward. And not in the cute way, in the way, like, how do you reach this person? But one-on-one time is probably the best way, and usually you need to message to set that up. But if you meet me in person, then schedule one-on-one time, and then we ball. So my dating profile is inactive. If you have any idea, if you've seen it or you think that it is active, let me tell you, I'm not answering those messages any more than I am anything else. I am so sorry. I am legit sorry. I wish I was the cool ass person who like woke up every day and just caught up on all their messages. And I fucking admire like the people who do it. Like, and it's so crazy. It's like the people I know who do are so much busier than me. I'm like, are you guys fucking saints? Are you just fucking miracles of people? How do you do this existence? It's so hard. Do you believe people can fall in love online? I believe people can meet people that they fall in love online. I think you always have to be careful, because words and things like are different. As much as I love being alone and as fucking rider spirit as I think I am, like, face-to-face contact is so sincere and genuine in existence. It's so I personally can't really imagine falling in love just online. And if I did, it would be the grooming situations that used to happen all the time for us in the odds. But like, if I can't speak for every person because there's no hard rules of thumb, and I am not every person. I'm just Amy Thompson, so like I can only answer as I answer. And no judging. My brother and sister-in-law met online, but then they like met in person, and that's how they fell in love. But so I definitely think that online could be a tool for meeting people, even though I personally am not really using it because of my stress with messages. Have you ever swiped on someone you know in real life? Oh my god, don't do fucking Hinge. That's what's gonna happen. Like, nah, I guess I have not seen anyone I know on Tinder in real life yet. But I have known people who have like matched with people that they know in real life on Tinder, but then like have never talked in person, even though they've been in the same room multiple times before and after the swiping or whatever. And I think that is hilarious. What's your weirdest first date ever? Oh my god, okay. And then I told them about my brother and my sister-in-law in the garage. Did I do this already? I guess I did. I'm so sorry. The sticky note fell off and I did not place it back well. But it's probably for the meant to be because I had some words on one that I didn't have maybe before. In the answering. What's that pattern you've noticed in the people you date? That I like them to some degree, to the point, I don't know, like, there was some connection I had to make me want to go on the date. Sometimes, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, it might be fucking weed. I have to like kind of look at my repertoire and say that for sure, but it might be kind of fucking weed. I date a lot of people who not like all the fucking time, but are okay with or do smoke weed, are like I'm usually the one that smokes way more, but like are to some degree okay with it. However, that might not be perfect on saying either, and also it's not a fucking requirement at all for me, like not at all. Although God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts, so if we need to do what we need to do to get there, like, no judge there. Just trying to be good people, you know, good characters and shit. I'm into like this thing where I'm like, okay, so I put more sprinkles. That's why I like sparkles. They're like sprinkles for people. Sprinkles for people. I had put more on one side than the other, and I'm like, should I just wash it off of one side or just like try and put more on the other? I'm also kind of keep having weird dreams I've had recently pop into my head, which is just a thing. It's for me to tell this thing. This is a weird live that I'm going to resurrect on YouTube. Just so I can, this is my self-therapy. This is my self-help. Judge me. Go for it. I guess what this is here for. I wish I could judge, but I have a fucking log ride that some children have died on, and I need to clean it out of my eye. It is a danger right now, this fucking log ride. I've only had one hit of weed so far, so my mouth could be drier. Turf, it's affordable. Also, it hits. Alright. I'm gonna have to do a fresh sticky note. As I've said before and almost clipped. I almost did this whole clip about just how much I love sticky notes, but actually I think I did. I think I did end up posting it. Yeah. This is the end of this. I'm not using face spray right now because of my face spray being crap. And one day I'll be able to afford good face spray again, and then I'll spray my face and, you know, buy into the whole thing with makeup of where we prime and we post and we put it all fucking on. Or maybe I'll just buy more sparkles. They're like sprinkles for people. Alright. No one's here. Maybe my mom or my dad. Thank God they share in MySpace or Facebook. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. They share the same one, so one person means two. Damn it. Not one. I don't think I have. I might have lost it. That's okay. I give up to the time. The lip gloss I wanted to use. Doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of now looking at them because I'm really looking at them and wasting time and mourning the one I just realized I lost. I'm like, oh damn, I really liked that lip gloss, but it's totally fucking fine because I have like a plethora of them. So I'm gonna find, that's what I was holding up to a lot. I'm just gonna find one that comforts this loss well for me, and then who fucking cares? This is existing. Never easy, rarely comfortable. We're just trying to be good characters. Oh, I might be this one. Oh, it was fun. So let's go our these. So, good luck out there, and hopefully I see you in the real world.